Lars Sullivan, it was announced yesterday on the 14th that he was literally fined $100,000 by WWE, and he has to attend sensitivity trainings. This is coming from Sports Illustrated. Dan Gartland, again, the article was yesterday, May 14th. WWE has disciplined wrestler Lars Sullivan for his years of offensive comments made on a message board, the company confirmed.
Years of comments or years ago?
Years of comments. He was commenting this
over a span of years.
And
dude,
yes,
he
it
said
was,
a bunch
and
of
it
dumb
still
shit.
was years ago. It was more than 5 years ago that all this stuff was said. But
It was
he's
over a
saying it
span
over
of
a span
several
of
years.
years.
Okay.
In addition to a fine of $100,000, he'll be required to undergo sensitivity training. Sullivan, real name Dylan Miley, made dozens of bigoted comments on bodybuilding.com between 2007 and about 2013, targeting African Americans, Hispanics, Muslims, homosexuals, and women. The posts were first resurfaced when WWE began teasing Sullivan's arrival on the main roster in November. A Reddit user highlighted more comments last week, which reignited the controversy and attracted attention of Miley's colleagues, including Big E, who is black and has been outspoken on issues of race in the past. WWE issued apology on Miley's behalf. And WWE announced Tuesday that Miley would be disciplined for his remarks. Let's now, some of these remarks that he said, I have this Reddit. You guys go to Reddit, you can type in, it's the squared circle one. And some of these comments that he said are... Some blacks want to take advantage of their great-grandparents' misfortunes, and they want a piece of the pity pie. Instead of taking some personal responsibility, they choose to attack the white man and say we must take care of them financially. He goes, when immigrants, particularly of the illegal persuasion coming from our neighbors down south, hear that we are land of the free, to them that means they get free stuff. There is a clear political divide among the races. The Democrats essentially bribing minorities for votes is the root cause of this problem. So many other reasons. And then he said other things like, if we're going off scientific facts, obviously whether Hispanic or black women, who pops out the most babies at the youngest age? Hispanics followed by blacks. Why do 50% of black women have STDs? Sleuths? Swear to God he said sleuths. Then he said this one, under the header, he started this thread. Under the header, is legitimate rape versus illegitimate a real thing? Not a troll thread, just a thought. And the thought is that there's a gray area when it comes to sexual intercourse and rape. There's 100% complete consensual sex when a woman will rip off her clothes and jump on you. Then there's levels that don't quite reach 100% consent. Most women like men to take control. At what point is too much control? I'm not insinuating that the politician who spewed nonsense about women controlling when they get pregnant by switching it off and their brain is right, he's a complete moron. But the fact is, there is a gray area when it comes to the definition of rape.
She said no. You continued. That's rape. I mean, pretty clear definition.
Yeah. Then these were, and it was proven.
So what I'm gathering here is Lars Sullivan is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think he made some comments about Jeff Hardy too. I think
yeah, there was eventually ones that he was talking about. Like even these are things that he was signed to WWE. And look, you can say what you want about another superstar. I don't give a shit. It's the fucking bigoted and all that stuff. There was another one where he said, "Oh, you're black. No wonder all you can do is copy and paste."
I heard he said something about school shootings
Hey,
too.
Lars.
I think he said something about R-Truth directly as well. I think something about New Day.
I don't think he said anything about New Day, but he said Kofi and R-Truth. He goes, Kofi and R-Truth together look, they could be in a black gang prison.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, look like thugs or something like that. Yeah.
So someone said, listen, I have an idea for a while, but I haven't told anyone about it. Maybe he can. I don't know what this is about. Maybe he can champion an all-black stable, something new, And by the way, as far as your SIG goes, you have probably never been to D.C. because white women can't get enough of the black dudes, whatever. So he responded, no, I just go by what I see and hear personally. I know out here white women actually hate black men. I was just working at this woman's house, and she was telling me about how it's a fad to be with black men back in the day, and how she regrets having a half black more than anything else in the world. LOL. And also in porn, it's well known that there's a lot of racism and prejudice, and that a lot of being is how that's most skank-filled industry possible. So I truly believe His SIG is accurate. It doesn't show his SIG, so I can't fucking tell you anything on that. Yeah, these are crazy.
This guy's a fucking idiot. I mean, like, I'm a white guy, like most of us in this room, and hot
Except
damn
for
it.
me.
Exactly. So
Where's Smitty?
Look, dude,
one at a time.
like I said though, bro, like, I mean, you're fucking just stupid. Like, even if you weren't in a spotlight like that, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, it sounds like he has nothing up here.
Dude,
Like he produces thoughts, but he doesn't produce
You're just
full
an
thoughts.
asshole,
Like,
first of all, for saying that. And second of all, you already had your anxiety attack thing or whatever the fuck happened when you went up to the main roster.
too many black people in the arena. You didn't know that?
Apparently. Now we know why he really
it was
passed
full
out.
of minorities. He just got nervous and couldn't go out there.
Wait, you're gonna make who the WWE champion?
Oh, shit. Like,
Put me to mental institution for 90
I'm sorry,
days.
dude. That guy, that's just fucking ignorant.
Well, it's like I told Mikey before we went on the air. I said, okay, he wants to talk about how now I don't feel like that. Those are thoughts that I had, back 5-10 years ago, whatever. You can't tell me there's not a little piece of you that still doesn't fucking feel that way.
Well, no, he doesn't feel like that anymore because he signed that contract with the millions of dollars in the lineup. So of course he doesn't feel like that anymore.
Now he's just got bad anxiety.
Right. So WWE fines him $100,000 and say that he has to go to sensitivity training. And I'm going to be the first to say this. I think the stupidest fucking thing in the world is that he was fined $100,000 for shit that he said when he was not with a company.
Do you think, I know we talked earlier, like, we don't think, do you think that's a work? And I don't mean like a storyline work, for TV. I mean, do you think they just told the public that he was fined that much to save face and he wasn't really fined that much behind closed doors? Because that's a lot of money for a new guy. That could be like close to their year's salary.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's storyline-ish.
Not storyline. I mean just
Hey, we're
face,
fining
face
him
value.
$100,000.
I don't mean working it into an angle. I mean like they're telling their
So they're not, you're asking if they're not really fining him.
they're telling their stockholders and they're telling the the media outlets that, hey, this guy is being taken a sensitivity training. We fined him $100,000. We've gone the punitive route on him, but maybe they for real didn't hit him that hard.
Maybe fine him $100,000, but once he completes sensitivity training, he might have his money restored back. That
Right.
Like that.
That, or they actually could have fined him $100,000, but told him that it might be a certain amount.
And we'll take $10,000.
Yeah,
out of
$10,000
each.
here.
Maybe like
Yeah,
certain
like
amount
we're taking this to like
each
it
year
adds up to-
over a certain amount of years or something.
Because I think that can be tracked. And so I think if the WWE is actually saying that, and it's a company that has already had
I
a lot
want to
of
say
problems,
Lars Sullivan probably don't make much more than that a year, dude.
But he just got called up to the
Still,
main roster,
dude,
and
not
it might be
everybody's
like a
making
signing
$1 million,
bonus.
especially new guys, dude.
'Cause
Well,
I
right.
think NXT people make about $100 a year, maybe
Or
80.
100 or less.
If
Right.
that.
No,
So now that he got his boost up, he
some are
might make $250.
It's probably 100 give or take in NXT. Some are probably around there, some a little less, some a little more probably.
well, there's been a lot of talk that WWE's throwing out $500,000 contracts to people to keep them. So it's very possible that
Well, they're
Fuck, they
scrambling, right?
offered
They're
Ryan-
scared. I mean, Vince is scared.
But again, if they're
AEW.
offering that contract and it's coming out to people that they don't want to lose, and it's now like their kind of baseline. JR even said they offered $500,000 to someone that's not even on TV just to keep him
I
from
think
going.
Rhino just got one of those.
Rhino got offered double what they were paying
Yeah,
in
and
a
he said
5-year
no.
extension.
All
and
right,
he said
so-
no to go to the Indies.
Oh, wow.
It's reported that the developmental contracts are paid on averages of $50,000 to $150,000 a year, with the median salary being $80,000.
Okay.
And then
We were right
Well,
there.
he's actually
Yeah.
called up now, so he definitely got a boost.
the average back in 2014 was $25,000
my bad.
a wrestler.
No, not into the mic, like over towards Kyle, because you're getting off camera.
Oh,
You can't see your sexy face, dog.
let me lean this way. There we go. Okay.
Lean right. Lean right. So I stated it. I 100% believe he should not have been fined. Okay. But at the same time, the sensitivity training should have happened. But I also don't think he should have a fucking job. I think if you're gonna fine somebody for something they did when they weren't even with your company, that's
Then why
kind of
did you hire him in the
that's
first
ki-
place?
yeah. And it's been coming out that WWE knew about this shit. So if you've known about this shit, one, you can't fucking fine him. There has to be fucking something done. You either have to fire
it's a
him.
PR move.
Yeah, but again, it fucking sucks that I'm literally saying Lars Sullivan is getting the shit end of the stick with this, because I think he should have been fucking fired. I don't think he should be there.
Wait, so as the black guy in the room, I'm just gonna say I agree with you. This did. If any of this happened while he was with the company, yeah, he should be fine. But
This was long before.
this was before, so he shouldn't have been fine.
Hogan dropped the N-bomb. Wasn't with the company at the time.
And they
They
took him
found
out
out
the
when it
Hall of
was,
Fame.
and he was fucking released. He was taken off of everything. This shit
Yeah,
that
for a
Lars
while there,
Sullivan is
Hogan
saying,
did not
yeah,
exist.
he did. He was Benoit like fucking crazy.
And that's Hogan,
Yeah.
arguably one of their biggest stars
This
of
is
all time.
Lars fucking Sullivan. Rich Swann had charges brought up on him, and they dropped him like that.
Enzo.
And then the charges were cleared
Yep, Enzo
after
too.
he was gone. Enzo, same
I mean,
thing.
granted, he lied, but to the company,
Yeah,
which
He
is
didn't
grounds
even
for
lie. He just
He
didn't
did-
tell
yeah,
him.
he didn't-
Right. So, but I'm just saying there
Because he was told by authorities that it probably wasn't going to turn out to be anything anyway, which it wasn't, which is why he didn't tell him.
But again, hiding stuff is why he was let go.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
he wasn't let go because of his actions. Enzo was let go because of that. Swan was let go because of dude, you fucking kidnapped your girlfriend and threw her in your fucking trunk. You know, you Ray Riced her, only she was alive. You know,
well, Ray Rice didn't kill anybody.
You know,
hiding murder victims.
but here's the thing, though. Like you said, though, Mikey, like, I mean, if it was said outside
Not Ray
WWE,
Rice, sorry.
sure.
Keith
No, not Ray Rice. What?
Ray
the
Cooley?
no, the no, the
that's
fucking
what I was
other
thinking.
Baltimore Raven.
Ray
Oh,
Lewis.
Ray
Ray
Lewis.
Lewis. Yeah.
Oh.
Lewis.
Yeah, but I mean,
he did his time for that.
yeah. But I mean, like you said, though, I mean, if it was done outside WWE, yeah, don't find him. But here's the thing, though. You knew that shit. You knew that shit going in. And here's the thing. Lars Sullivan, like, I mean, clearly you can't help your own health. But if he's having anxiety attacks coming in, now you got this shit. You got,
Yes!
like, I mean, how many, this motherfucker, if he's not on 3 strikes, is on about 2.75. Like, if that motherfucker did anything else and it were my company, fuck that.
Wait, remember Seth Rollins' girlfriend that got fired for?
Yep, Zara.
Weren't those comments made before she signed with the company? Oh, during.
Yeah, because they were together.
Becky Lynch is still there. What are you talking about? I know what you're talking about. I know. I'm just.
Yeah, she was making like some pro Nazis comments or something like that. I thought that was like before she got signed with the company. But my thing is, you knew the guy was making the comments, and you still have him on your roster. And honestly, he's not really all that. So why are you holding on to him?
And going forward, can you
It's whole
have
Vince
him
like big
feud?
sweaty men thing.
Can you have him feud with?
A black guy.
Like, you can't have him feud with Andrade. He doesn't like Mexicans. Can't have him feud
Wait.
with any black talent you have. So Apollo Crews,
But wait,
New
who
Day.
does he
like,
keep squashing right now? R-Truth. And he made comments about R-Truth. Like, what sense does that make?
And so Big E commented on Twitter. Someone tagged him and said, "Big E, are you aware of this racist asshole that you're going to have to work with?" And Big E commented, he goes, "Many are aware. If true, he has to bear the albatross of being a bigot and working in a company that is now filled with minorities." That was Big E's response to it. I don't understand why this guy is still in WWE. He doesn't deserve it. I'm all for
and he's not
people.
even that good in the ring.
I'm all for people growing up, right? People are fucking stupid and eventually get educated and fixed. There's a reason you don't know 2 + 2 when you're 4, but you know it when you're 7, hopefully. You know, there's a reason that if you're raised a certain way, and I'll be very honest, dude, if you're raised a certain way, you're going to start thinking these ways until you might be educated on something different. So yes, when you're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, when you're young, you're going to say stupid shit until you learn you're wrong. And I'm not saying he hasn't learned he was wrong, but I'm saying that this shit is as recent as 2013. That's 6 years ago. You're not fucking telling me you learned everything in 6 fucking years. You're telling me you don't want to lose your goddamn job. You know, and if you go out and you fucking do shit and he hasn't even fucking apologized. WWE released a fucking statement for him. Everything I've looked at was WWE saying, "Oh, WWE says this, Lars through WWE." Fuck, even Hogan said, "I didn't know I was being recorded." At least he said it, you know. It wasn't like
It wasn't an apology.
it was a bullshit fuck apology, but at least he came out and said it.
Yeah, he did. I said it, but I didn't know I was being.
And at least,
Like,
and
at
at
least you
least the guy
admit-
had balls enough to say, "Look, yeah, I said the shit. It was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. Like I fucked up." Like he at least owned some of it. Where Lars is just kind of like, it's like, yeah,
Titus O'Neil came out with a tweet saying that Lars, at least, yeah, it's me.
I'm sorry.
For anyone who didn't notice on the video stream or listening on the audio, we have a Kevin Smith pop vinyl, and Devin just put it up to my head and was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's totally me."
This looks familiar. You guys got your own bobbleheads?
Wow, you guys really fucking made it. If you didn't know, if you got your own Funko Pop, motherfucker, you made it.
So Titus O'Neil tweeted
true.
out today
gotta
around
read
2 p.m. Lars, WWE, I applaud you for seeking out myself and others on the WWE roster to not only sincerely apologize, but also seek guidance as how to move forward in being a better human being than you were 9 years ago. Nobody is perfect, including... Thank you, Vince McMahon, for taking action. I'm assuming he meant to say nobody is perfect, including me, but he didn't write me. Again, that's a great step. If you're actually going to human, going, my bad, I fucked up. I was a piece of shit. I have had problems. I'm trying to work through them. I'm trying to become better. Cool. But there's no fucking reason you have a push right now. If you're not going to fire the guy, he needs to be off fucking television.
Yes.
He needs to at least be something. He needs to be away from the TV, go through all of that sensitivity fuck training and everything, and you just got to fucking bite the bullet and it's like, well, we hope this wouldn't come out, but it did, so our fuck up. Nick, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with
Is
you.
he fodder? Drink. Every time someone says the word fodder, you have to drink on our show.
Oh,
I've been drinking every time the bell rings, too.
Oh, that, yeah.
I agree with you. I
Devin
don't.
was there.
I don't think
That's
he
just
should.
habit.
I don't think he should have a job right now either. It's really, if they're going to go to that extreme, I mean, like you said, Kyle, he's got 2.75 strikes right now.
Like,
You know what I mean?
seriously, like...
So, like at this point, I kind of feel like they're more interested in the money they can make off of him as whatever character they want him to be, as opposed to, their bottom line and showing this whole PG product thing. And
That or they just don't want him to go somewhere else. So
yeah,
we're just gonna,
so they're
we're
just
gonna
kind of
keep this side.
not sweeping it under the rug per se. They're dealing with it in a very minimal way, and it's
Yeah, like
sad.
instead of getting a bucket and water and cleaning it up, they're just kind of using the wet Swiffer.
Yep, just, yep.